You've learnt the content. You've done the teal tables. Everything is highlighted. Now just write the essay. Just write it. What's wrong? Missing something? Yes, structure. Let's break down essay structure. Forget what you think you know about essays. An essay is ultimately just the formal process of making a good point. That's it. So how do we format it? There are 3 core features for most high school essays: introductions, body paragraphs, and conclusions, which nobody reads.
Excuse me, young man, I'll have you know that conclusions are an essential.
Introduction. An introduction is designed to summarize your argument. It should tell me instantly what claim you're trying to prove and how you're going to prove it. Usually for English essays, it's about 75 to 150 words, and it includes these elements. Now, of all the features in an introduction, these ones are probably the most important. Your thesis is your answer to the question, the point you're trying to prove delivered in one sentence. But in an extended response, so an essay, you can't prove a thesis on its own. You actually need to break it down into smaller claims. That's where your sub-theses come in. They are the smaller claims that constitute your thesis. If you think of it as a big circle, sub-theses are the segments that make up the thesis. Body paragraphs. After you've written your intro, you've technically outlined everything, but you haven't proved anything. That's what body paragraphs are for. This is where the proving happens, where you actually fulfill the argument. These are usually between 200 to 300 words, and they consist of the following elements.
Let's break them down.
Topic sentences introduce the sub-thesis that you mentioned earlier in the introduction and explain how it will be used to prove the thesis. This one sentence establishes the focus of the entire paragraph, so don't mess it up. Elaboration sentences simply extend on the topic sentence, usually by clarifying things like definitions, vital plot or technical detail, or providing historical context for the text. Evidence is where you provide a quote or example from your text. This is what you're going to use as proof of your topic sentence. Analysis is where you explain the meaning of the quote in its context, usually with the help of a literary technique. The link, however, is the most essential feature in your body paragraph. This is the one sentence where you have to explain why your example is proof of your topic sentence. Take note. Evidence, analyses, and links are always unified. Where one goes, they all go. They always go together. You can't have a quote without explaining its meaning or without linking to your topic sentence, and vice versa. Now, after all of your evidence and analyses and links and evidence and analyses and links and evidence and analyses and links, finally, you have to close a paragraph. That's what the link back sentence is for. It's simply a restatement of the claim that you made in your topic sentence. A conclusion, which closes the entire essay, does the exact same thing and usually restates the thesis and the sub-theses in a short 50-word summary. Now look, it's one thing for me to sit here and list essay features, and it's another thing entirely for you to actually write one. So if you want to see a sample essay that's annotated with all of these features so you can see them in action, just head over to our website or click here. Now for some tips. I want you to pay attention to how each feature is supposed to build on the next one and is designed to create a logical flow. Especially pay attention to these 3. Your thesis, your topic sentence, and your link backs are interdependent. If you break one, you break them all. So make sure that they support each other. Your thesis is the ultimate claim. Each topic sentence proves one part of the thesis, and each link sentence proves one part of the topic sentence. The most typical English essays usually look like this. One thesis divided into 3 paragraphs, fulfilled by 3 examples. 1 point. English essays can get dense and wordy and convoluted, but at the end of the day, that stuff is all just bells and whistles. You have one job: make a point and prove it.